HARK, we are here. It is time for our first episode of Action Phase. I'm trying to rename some of my videos so that way they have a little bit easier search optimization, so on and so forth. So gameplay videos are going to be called Action Phase, and talking videos, deck techs, all that other stuff, reviews are going to be Regroup Phase. Might do Unboxing Phase for unboxing stuff, so on and so forth. But our first video here of Action Phase is going to be a pseudo Sabine command mirror against my first opponent at a weekly play group. His name was Don. He was a cool dude. His deck was different from mine. You'll see what that means here in just a minute. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go through the deck list so that way you know what's happening for this video and for the next video, because it's two sets of gameplay from the same weekly. And you'll get to know what the Sabine deck looks like and potential changes that I might want to make for the future. And then you can analyze that once these two videos are finished, and we might analyze it together at a future date. All right, so we have the camera here ready for the deck. Shout out to GameGenic for their Bastion 50+. This made it really easy to carry my deck from game to game. I know the deck pods are fantastic, but honestly, in terms of just having a deck ready to go, not having to worry about sideboard, I did have to pull the tokens out of the deck pod, but you know, if you just need to hold cards, this is really good. Sabine, command, super easy. You play Sabine, you fight people, you use the ability. On command, you have your energy conversion lab. There's basically 3 units in this deck that you want to use. I will name them when energy conversion lab comes out. Spec Force Soldier. This is a low cost unit that has good stats, and you can drop an opponent's sentinel. One of the best command units of the game. It is command heroism. 2 costs, 3/3. Do attacks. Rebel Pathfinder didn't really pay off for me. This is probably something that goes into the sideboard, but it does have Saboteur, so if you know your opponent has a lot of Sentinels, you can side these in. Sabine Wren did not actually do as much work as I was expecting. The on attack is good, but I found myself not really needing to be able to deal 3 damage to my opponent's units, so it basically is just a 2 cost 3/2 base. This probably stays in the deck, but eventually I would like to replace it for something else. Fighters for Freedom, excellent card. Every time you play an aggression card, you deal a damage to your opponent's base. It also has Saboteur, so that bypasses those other things. That's just automatic in this deck. Fleet Lieutenant, attack, +2 with your Rebels. Rebels is almost every unit in the deck. We'll go over the one unit that's not. Really good card. Very good, very good. Echo-based Defender, absolutely fantastic. 4 Power Sentinel for 3 cost. It does its job. K2SO, MVP #1. This is a card that for 4 costs, 4/4 has Overwhelm, which means you deal the damage difference between the unit's health to their base and your power, obviously. So if your opponent has 3 health left on a unit and you attack with K2SO into it, you would deal 3 damage to it and 1 damage to your opponent's base. This is pretty much always going to deal 3 damage to your opponent's base, because if it dies and there's no Overwhelm, you still deal it with the effect. K2SO is an excellent ECL target. You can use it to eliminate units. You can, if you don't need to use the ECL, you can drop it, and it's a threat that your opponent has to deal with immediately. Just a very, very good card overall. Pretty much mandatory in every deck that wants to run this specific style. Steadfast Battalion is another ECL target. I wouldn't say MVP. I understand why it's here. I get it. I think this is probably going to get traded out specifically because the best play for this is to, on your 4 resource round, have your Sabine out, hope she survives. On your 5 resource round, you ECL, either make this a 7/7 because you have your leader out and it activates the on attack into something else, or you deal with something that's got 5 health or less and deal the extra damage with Overwhelm, and give one of your other units +2/+2 to make it a bigger target than you otherwise would be able to do so without this. Maybe a sideboard card in terms of what you think you're going to be going up against. It's actually pretty good against Boba Fett, specifically because if you ECL, it removes Boba Fett from the board in 1 action. I am underwhelmed by a card that has Overwhelm and is a 5 cost 5/5 with a decent on attack trigger. Next, we have our second MVP and our third target for ECL Gorilla Attack Pod. If you have 15 damage on your base, which is highly likely, or if your opponent does, which is even more likely, you can ambush this in, delete a unit, ready it, and on your next action, attack with that extra damage because it does have grit. It is a 6 cost, so this is the highest cost card in the deck that you realistically should be playing. I will clarify that when we get to another card that is higher cost, but this Gorilla Attack Pod does work. It will win you games, especially if you utilize its triggers properly. Green Squadron A-Wing, it's mandatory in this deck. It does a lot of damage on attack. We have an Alliance, X-Wing, Rebel, 2 power, targeted by a couple of cards in this deck. Pretty good. Red 3 is the third MVP in the deck. It's a 3 cost. On attack, deals 3 damage, but it also gives all your other units raid 1, which it piles up, especially when you have a lot of things that are dealing 2, 3, and 4, which then end up becoming 3, 4, and 5. We have Wing Leader. This is basically 3 costs, give 1 unit 2 experience tokens, 1 rebel unit, 2 experience tokens, and puts a 2/1 body in space that your opponent kind of has to deal with, but can also just ignore it if they don't want to. So those are all the units. Metal Ceremony, it's a good card. I see its worth. It probably stays in the deck, but it is probably one of the first things to side out if I need better cards, because keeping 2 or 3 rebel units on the board is difficult from time to time. But if it happens, this card pays dividends, especially since it costs 0. Rebel Attack, one of the strongest cards in the deck because it allows you to go up in action tempo, because you can play this card, attack with 2 units, and now you're up 1 action compared to what your opponent was doing. Plus, it's a +1 to potentially win the game with on each attacking rebel unit. Last card, which is immediately getting replaced, is U-Wing Reinforcement. This is a sideboard card at most. If you think your games are going to be going to 7, you side it in so you can get the extra units on the board. But if not, this should be for a cause I believe in, even though you do have Steadfast Battalion, which is not a heroism card, but it's still worth it. It's a good... Your opponent's not ready for an event that deals 3 or 4 damage to their base and wins you the game that way. So that is the list. But without further ado, here is our pseudo Sabine command mirror coming at you. And good luck to you. You may begin when you're ready.
Alrighty.
That's a good. This is all I ordered before.
So I'm going to tap 1, the Cantina Breaker.
Okay. We'll go 2 and a Green Squadron A-Wing.
Then I'll tap 1, play
Spec Force Soldier. The target doesn't matter since nothing's going to get sentinel. I'm going to go ahead and claim the initiative, or take the initiative.
Right. And I'll pass.
Cool. 1, 2. We will put that down.
I am ready whenever you are.
Okay, we're going to go 3 at your base.
I forget, is it 6 or 7? 6.
Right, so I am going to do... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just do 3 and do open fire.
Okay, sounds good. Legon, we're going to tap 3 for a Fighters for Freedom.
Okay. Alright, then I am going to go ahead and attack and do the raid 2, so that'd be 2 to your base.
Yep. Here to do 2 more. Let's do 1 to each of our bases.
Alright.
Get that damage race going.
Then I'm going to swing to the base. Cool.
I will take the initiative.
Alright. Then for 0, I'm going to play Metal Ceremony.
Alright.
And give
An experience token to each rebel. So, Respect Force Soldier.
and then I'll pass.
Okay.
Oh, actually,
It's up to you.
yeah, I'll go ahead and
Cool.
Sabine.
Sounds good. All right.
Gotta remember that one.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna go 3. No. 3 to your base.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna spend 2. Play Academy Training. And Soldier.
So that thing's swinging for 5. K2SO. Because that is an aggression card, you'll take 1 point of damage on your base.
Okay. Alright, then I am. Alright, I'm actually going to go ahead and swing in and do 5 to your base.
Okay. Take 5 off, put 10 on. Let's see. You're at 21. Flip Sabine.
Okay. I'll go ahead and swing into 2 to your base.
Okay.
I know what you could, but that would just get way too tough, I think.
We're gonna go 3 into your base.
And I think, yeah, I'll go ahead and flip Sabine as well.
I'll take the initiative.
Then I'll go ahead and do 3 to your base.
Sounds good. Take 2 off, put 5 on.
Alright, that'll pass.
Cool. Put that face down. Resource area is too big. Ready to go?
Yep.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and throw the epic action down for Energy Conversion Lab. We're going to pay 5, and I'm going to play a Steadfast Battalion with Ambush. Okay. So it comes into play ready. I do control my leader, so it's got +2/+, or I can give a friendly unit +2/+2 on attack. So this is going to swing. We're going to go 5 into. We'll trade. We'll do 5 into that. That'll kill each other, and then I will give K2SO +2/+2.
Okay.
I always forget about
I'll play A3 to play Wing Leader.
Sounds good.
Okay.
We'll do 3 to your base.
Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and swing and do 2, 3, 5 to the base.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had this set already. I don't know why I don't. Cool. So we'll take 5 off and put 10 on. We will go ahead and swing K2SO at your Katina Braggart. So you have how much health? 3?
Yes.
So that means you'll take 3 to your base with the overwhelm.
Okay. It's like, I can do math. Alright. I'll just take initiative.
Okay. We'll do 3 to your base. And I will pass. Okay. No resource? Okay.
Alright.
kill him because he'll his shield. That happened before, I guess. I was going to leave him alive.
I'm just going to go ahead and swing
Correct.
and do...
Yep, I was hoping you wouldn't notice that. But good first game?
Yep, good game.
Okay, good luck to you.
Good. You too.
We're going to play Green Squadron A Wing. That looks familiar.
Let's see. Gonna play one, play Benthic.
Okay. We'll do 1 to each.
Alright. And you know what? Oh, the same.
Cool. I will claim, or take the initiative.
Alright.
Okay. Interesting.
Huh.
Sure. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's do red 3.
Okay. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack for 2 at your base.
Good. We are gonna do 4 to your base.
Alright. Then I am going to play Metal Ceremony.
Okay.
I'll take the initiative.
Okay, then we'll play.
Battle ceremony, okay.
Then I'm going to pay 2, play Keep Fighting.
Okay, so that's going to be 4.
Yep. Then I'll go swing in 4 on your base.
Yep.
And wait, I already did that. Then yeah, I'll go ahead and swing Sabine. And thanks. I'm good.
Okay. Ready to go? Cool. We're going to activate ECL to give my next unit ambush. Okay. So K2SO is going to swing into that for 5 total.
Okay.
So that dies, I will die as well. You'll take 1 to your base from the overwhelm and then 3 from the K2SO effect.
Okay.
So 4 total.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and activate Sabine.
Okay. We'll swing 4 at your base.
Alright, then I'm going to pay 3, play Fleet Lieutenant.
Okay.
And then I'll swing with,
For another 5.
yeah, for 5 on the base.
5 off, 10 on. We'll go 3 at your base.
Alright, then I'll take initiative.
Okay. I will flip Sabine as well and go 4 at your base. And then I will pass. So you have 9 left.
I'm going to pay 1 to play Bountek.
Okay. 3 to your base. 4 to your base, sorry. Because of the extra raid.
Yeah, well, not that, but I'll just do Fighters for Freedom.
Okay. I will go ahead and pay 3 for a Fleet Lieutenant. When played attack with the units, it is a rebel. So I will attack with, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, you got it.
Okay. Game 2, my side. You have initiative.
Pay 2 to play the Jet Attitude.
Okay. I will pay 2 to play the Rebel Pathfinder.
Alright, then I'll take initiative.
Okay. Let's start the base race. 1-1.
Alright.
And then I'll pass.
Alright.
Hopefully it's a little bit of a deterrent there. I don't think currently Laurie can take it on ownership.
No, I am. Alrighty. You good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm going to go ahead and play pay 3, play Open Fire.
Okay. Fighters for Freedom.
I'll pay 2 to your base.
Sounds good. I will take the initiative.
Alright.
I said it right.
Then, yeah, I'll go ahead and tap
Yep.
him.
Oh, that's right. Come on, buddy.
He's gonna need to do it to him too.
Okay. Interesting. Do this. Probably not the best move, but we're gonna do it anyway. Okay, we're gonna pay 3 for red 3 because that was another aggression card. You'll take 1 damage to your base.
I'm going to pay
Nothing? Oh no, I'm saying, did you look at my
pay
stuff?
2,
Did you look at my stuff?
play Partisan Insurgent.
We will actually go ahead and knock that out.
Okay. You know, I am going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and activate Sabine.
Okay. I will do the same thing.
Then I am going to go ahead and swing and do 40 your base. As on attack, if you're
Yes.
later.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. You're good. I had to do math there. I will do. I will attack that. So you're going to take 1 to your base, and that's going to take 2. And die.
And then I'll go ahead and swing Sabine.
That's going to take 7 off and put 10 on. I'm losing this base race. We'll go ahead and Metal Ceremony and give experience tokens to each of them.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play 2. Get a Jet.
Okay. I will take the initiative.
And I'll pass.
Okay. Interesting. Now, we're going to do this the right way.
Let's go ahead.
I will pay 2 for this Sabine Rend. You will take 1 damage to your base.
Now I'm going to go ahead and swing Jet and do 4 your base.
We'll swing 4. So 4 attack and 1 base damage from the on attack. So 5 total to your base.
I'm going to play
Oh, these are totally in the whatever. It doesn't matter.
2 and play Keep
Fighting.
Fighting.
Okay. I'm not happy with that. I'll go ahead and swing into the Jet Ash too. And then I'll take 2 back.
I'm going to play 3 to play Fighters.
Okay. Same thing. We will pay 3 for a wing leader. Give him the red 3.
Alright. Then I'm going to go ahead and swing on the base.
Okay. Okay. Take the initiative.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to take the initiative. I'm going to swing 5 at your base.
Okay.
And I'm assuming you're going to take initiative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, makes sense. Okay.
Okay. 1 to pay Benthic 2 tubes.
Okay.
So then that would. Okay, so when you
So it's on attack. Oh yeah, I'll take a damage from that. Okay. So this is the whole play of the deck.
Okay.
There's going to be multiple triggers here. I'm going to epic action, pay 6, and I'm going to play Gorilla Attack Pod. So there's 3 triggers here. The Ambush from Energy Conversion Lab, the When Played from Gorilla Attack Pod, and then Fighters for Freedom's ability. So the way that this is ordered is these 2 can trigger at the same time. I can choose their order.
Okay.
So I'm going to choose the Ambush first,
Okay.
which will activate first, and then the When Played. And when all of that's resolved, this will deal its damage.
Okay.
So, Ambush, we're going to ready this. We're going to swing 5 into your Sabine. I will take 2 back. And then the When Played ability of this will activate because there is 15 or more damage on a base, mine. I will ready it.
Okay.
Now, the trigger from Fighters for Freedom will deal 1 damage to your base.
Okay. So.
Lots of things happening, but that's the important stuff.
Gotcha.
You're good to go. And then she actually, exhausted, yeah.
Well, perhaps.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I'll probably end up losing this one, but yeah, I'll just.
3 to base.
Then there's rate.
That's on its attack.
Yeah, on
yeah.
attack.
So taking 7 off, putting 10 on.
Yeah.
14 left. Yes, we'll take Sabine and we'll trade into this because it's 3 from 2 from her, 1 from raid, and then 1 from the actual on attack.
Okay.
So that'll kill both of us. Your action.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay. So we're gonna do 4 to your base. We're gonna do 5 to your base. What are you at now?
5.
We're gonna do 2 to your base. We'll do. What do you want to be finished off by? The attack pod or the red 3?
Dealer's choice.
We'll do the attack pod because it's the first time I played that card,
Okay.
and that's 6 damage. All right. So good game, sir.
Good game.
Thank you. And there you have it. We took that 2-1. It was a very interesting deck my opponent was playing. I saw the list that they built it off of, and it was dealing more with the aggression cards like Benthic 2-Tubes and Partisan Insurgent, as well as having some upgrades to power up the individual units. A different style of Sabine command. I respect it. Not everybody needs to play the same exact type of deck as if they play a specific archetype. But it's fun games. Thank you very much, Don, for allowing me to record the matches, and thank you for the games themselves. And that's it. That's all we have for this episode of Action Phase. We will see you next time. Remember to like and comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on all the lovely social medias at RybackStun. And with that, I will see you in the stars.